Hi guys! I was just doing a little bit of a cleanup in my garden, organizing some stuff, restocking on the items that I'm gonna be using this year, and I thought I'll share with you some of my all-time favorite balcony gardening accessories. So these are just some items that I use all the time. I find them to be super helpful, super practical. For me, they are my must-haves. So I thought I'll share them with you to show you what it is that I use the most. And maybe you will find some of these items interesting enough to buy for your own balcony garden. I will have them all linked in the description box in case if you need a little help to find the exact match online. So without further ado, let me show you the first item. Okay, my number one item are these mesh hole pads. I spoke a lot about them in my previous videos, but they are just so amazing. So the purpose of these is to place them on top of the drainage hole, and this prevents dirt and soil from coming out of the pot, but still allows water to evacuate properly. And in the past I would use coffee filters, but coffee filters are not really a durable solution because a coffee filter will dissolve within a couple of months, so they don't even last one season. And then some people recommend placing broken terracotta pots. But when you think about this, how many broken terracotta pots you will need to cover every single drainage hole in every single one of your containers? And also I tried that method once, and my plant became waterlogged because those pieces of terracotta pots stacked one on top of another didn't really allow water to pass through properly. So I definitely don't recommend that, but these are super handy, and not only they are durable, they will not dissolve, you can use them multiple times, but they also come in two different sizes. This is a smaller size, but you also have larger ones for larger pots and larger drainage holes. Number two, expandable hose. Now this is a real game changer, especially during summer. I cannot imagine having to water my plants every single day with a watering can. It just takes too much time, and especially if you are like me and you don't have an outdoor faucet, outdoor tap, it's impossible, because you need to go back to your kitchen or to your bathroom, refill that watering can, come back again on your balcony, then go back again, and you are running back and forth with that watering can. It just takes forever. So when you have a hose, it's like 10 minutes and it's done. And this is a really great solution because it doesn't take a lot of space, like it's soft and squishy. You can even put it inside some empty pot on your balcony and store it this way. And I think that right now it's about 5 meters long, but then once you open the tap and the water is flowing, it expands to 12 meters. So that's really awesome. But as I said, I don't have outdoor tap, so let me show you another cool item that I use to be able to plug my expandable hose to my kitchen tap. Okay, so to be able to use my hose, I need to plug it to my kitchen tap, because my kitchen tap is the closest tap that I have to my balcony. And to be able to do it, I am using this kitchen tap adapter by Gardena. There are many different kitchen tap adapters, but I think that this one fits pretty much, it fits a lot of different types of taps. And it comes with two parts. So we have this plastic part, and then there's a metal piece that you attach to your tap. And you can keep it permanently attached to your tap. It doesn't bother anything, it doesn't look odd or anything like that. I have mine attached all the time and you couldn't even tell it's there. And then you plug this plastic part, you lock it, and you can connect your hose and you can water your balcony plants. But one thing that I would like to say here as well, I actually shared last year how I'm watering my balcony plants, and some people had really strong reactions to it, because apparently in some countries you are not allowed to water your balcony plants with a hose. And people said that when you use a hose, you are over flooding your neighbors. And I totally understand if that's illegal. Obviously you are not gonna do it, but in my opinion you have way less control over water flow when you water with a watering can versus with a hose. When I'm watering with my hose, I can direct water, like literally in the planter, and I can control how fast or how slow I want to water my plants. Like I can open just a little bit, or I can put a strong jet of water. So I don't know about that water going and flooding your neighbors when you water with a watering hose. I don't have that problem. Look, I can be really precise, direct my water flow really in all of my planters without water splashing anywhere. So I find it super practical, and I don't find it to be flooding my neighbors. Next are cable ties, of all things. I find cable ties to be super handy. Oftentimes, especially when you're a renter, you can't damage any surface on your balcony, or you can't attach anything permanently, or you can't mount things on the wall. So cable ties are a really practical solution, because thanks to this you can secure things without damaging the surface. So these classic cable ties, I use them, for example, to attach any privacy screens that I have on my balcony. I also use them to attach my railing pots. I've had my railing pots attached with cable ties for the past, I think, 7 years or so. And we have severe weather conditions, we have strong winds, nothing ever happened. They are really sturdy, they are not going anywhere. So for me, that was a really great solution. So I used these classic cable ties to attach things to the railings. But then I found a really cool solution recently as well. I found these adhesive hooks. They look like this, and you can attach them, you can glue them to a surface, to a wall or to a division on your balcony, and they have a little hole inside, and you drive your cable tie through that hole and you can secure them, and you can secure whatever it is that you need to secure this way. I think that's also a really great solution, and I have a really interesting project coming up where I'm gonna be using these, so I'm probably gonna share that with you in the next video. So cable ties, super handy to attach all kinds of things on your balcony. It is getting a little bit cold, you guys. So this next item, horticultural fleece. And now I might surprise you by saying that you can use fleece not only during winter, but also during summer, but for a completely different reason. Actually, horticultural fleece comes in different grades. So for winter protection, it's great to buy thicker fleece so that it provides that frost protection. But for summer, it's great to also have some thin grade horticultural fleece, and you can use it in two different ways. For once, you can protect your fruit bushes with horticultural fleece to prevent birds from stealing your berries, for example. And also one other way that I use it on my balcony, we often have hailstorms during summer, and I learned the hard way that 10 minutes of hailstorm can completely wreck your balcony, and months of hard work can go in vain just during those 10 minutes of hailstorm. So now I'm more vigilant whenever there's a hailstorm in the forecast. I go out on my balcony, I protect more fragile plants, I wrap them in horticultural fleece, and this way, when the fleece protects your plant won't suffer damage from the hailstorm. So super handy to have, especially if you have some hailstorms during summer, or if you grow fruit bushes and you have birds stealing berries from your balcony. Next, plant wire. It's always great to have some plant wire. Plant wire is something that you will use to attach your plants to any type of support, or when you need to stake your plants, that's something that you will use to attach your plant to that stake. I also like to attach my Christmas lights with a plant wire, because, for example, here I wouldn't use cable ties, because, you know, cable ties, once you use them, once you lock them, it's done, it's finished, you can't reuse them. And plant wire, even if you cut a piece of it, you can reuse it several times for different things. So always great to have some plant wire in your balcony garden. Okay, this next item are these adhesive hooks, but these are a little bit different than what I just showed you, because these are for plants, to train climbing plants up the wall. Sometimes there are situations where you either can't use a trellis, or you don't want to use a trellis because maybe you want a more natural look, like something that I was going for with my Clematis montana made in. I wanted it to look like the plant is climbing the wall all by itself. So these adhesive hooks are super handy. I buy white, obviously, because my walls are white, so they are pretty much invisible, but I think they come also in green color and black. So you adhere them to the wall, and they adhere pretty well. Like, my balcony is uncovered, I have all kinds of weather conditions, I have rain, wind and snow, and they adhere pretty well. They stay attached to the wall pretty well. Obviously you may have one or two fall off, but they are really cheap, and they come in a pack of 100, I think, so they are really easy to replace. So how it works, you attach them to the wall, you put the stem through, you twist them together to lock the stem, and that's it. I absolutely love them. I use them for my Clematis montana, and I'm sure they're gonna be using it for other plants as well. And last but not least, kneeling pad. Now this is a game changer as well, especially when you have a concrete floor on your balcony like I do, or when you have like a really busy repotting day and you need to spend a lot of time on your knees on the floor. This is really great. Your knees will thank you for it. They're super cheap, you can find them on Amazon, but a really handy thing to have when you are a balcony gardener and the floor is your main working surface. Okay, so here are all of my favorite balcony gardening items. I'm really curious to know if you also have items like these, if you also use some gadgets that make your balcony or container gardening journey easier. Please share that in the comments section. So hope that you found this video helpful, hope you found some ideas for your balcony garden. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see each other in the next one.